and continue on. Oh my god, that's new. They breathe fire. Are you kidding me? Really? Oh, that's not good. Welcome everybody to Osiris New Dawn and the Fires of Industry update. I'm an old guy gaming, and I've been waiting for this update to come out in stable, and it did today. So we're going to start a new series here in Osiris and check out all the new stuff. I have not played other than for maybe a couple of hours on a live stream a few weeks ago. I've not played experimental this time around. I kind of wanted to take a little bit of a break from Osiris and, you know, wait for the next stable update. And so it has now come and we are here. So let's just take a quick look at some of the features in this update. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but I want to talk about a couple things. First of all, they are bringing Zur back finally, which is absolutely fantastic. So Zur is another planet. It's a volcanic planet. And so really looking forward to exploring that because the last time I played Osiris, before more recently, Zur what didn't even exist at that point. So I've actually never been there. So I'm really looking forward to checking that out. Let's see what else we got here to talk about really quick. Deep terrain drill. So this is basically kind of like an automated drill that you can set up. And I'm guessing it gives you a variety of different ores, or maybe we have to put it on a specific place. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out and see how it works, but it's very cool. The space station can now actually travel to other planets and moons, and you can dock your ship to it, which is really cool. So that gives us a little bit more of an incentive to actually build a space station this time, which we might actually end up going ahead and doing. New species system. So basically we have more variety with the creatures now. And, you know, they're going to be different sizes, different colors, different shapes. Some of them will have different combat, so they're not all going to be just cookie cutters of the same thing, which is really neat. Underground caves on Aziel, Lutari, and Zerv. Wow, that's going to be fun. So we're going to be checking that out. There's new graphics for some of the minerals, which is neat. More plants to discover on Zur, it looks like. Oh, and then, of course, there's the buggy, which is a fairly early game vehicle that we can get. Map and radar systems, lots of improvements, and just cool stuff like that. So anyway, a lot of neat new things for us to discover. Now, I haven't, like I said, I haven't really played experimental to speak of, so a lot of this stuff's going to be new to me as well. So this is probably going to be more of a let's play than it is going to be a tutorial this time around because of that reason. But, I'll definitely share some tips and tricks with you as we go along and discover things too. Okay, so without further ado, let's hop on in, and we're going to just start a new character. I could continue my character from the last playthrough, but I don't think I'll do that. So let's just go ahead and start a new one. And I usually just go with Ranger again because they're in the middle with all points, and we're going to need all of them anyway. So let's choose a male character there. How about if let's go the green route this time? We've been doing red, we've been doing blue, so yeah. How about if we go green this time? I like that idea. So yeah, let's do that. Secondary color is gray. Details black. Yeah, I like all that. I think that all works. Maybe we'll change those lights to there, and that's good enough. Okay. We're not going to change any of our character's features. We're going to do the same usual distribution of points. So 2 in speed, 5 in health, 5 in strength, 2 in stamina, and we're gonna favor health and strength. We'll probably strength first and then health, just because strength is going to help us carry more stuff, which is pretty important here in Osiris. Okay, let's confirm that. Our points, I don't think any of these have changed. I didn't see anything in the patch notes indicating that they have. So we obviously have to take the first one in each tree. And then this is going to give us faster salvaging, increased hover boost. Yeah, let's go with faster salvaging, craft at higher health, salvage bonus. That's all we can do there. So increase projectile damage or increase mining damage. Let's go with mining damage on this one. And again, that's all we can do there at the moment. And then this one, we're going to go for boost fruit. Yeah, let's go for boost fruit nutrition on this one here for science. And then we'll kind of go up this tree too as we go along. Okay, so that takes care of that. Let's confirm. We are, as always, OG. Confirm that. We're going to do... I'm just going to do a normal difficulty playthrough. Now, I know I talked about doing an extreme playthrough, and I probably will still do that at some point in time, but the reason I didn't do that after our last playthrough is because there was a couple of things that you guys told me in the comments that were broken that would make the extreme settings not really work the way they're supposed to. I can't even remember, honestly, off the top of my head what they were. So at some point in the future, I am planning on trying to do an extreme playthrough, but in this case, we're just going to do the normal playthrough and just go with that. Okay, so let's launch it, and here we go. I'll go ahead and play this for those of you who maybe haven't seen it actually yet, even though I've seen it a few times now. All right, there we go. That's a pretty cool intro. That music is so loud too, but I actually should have the music turned down in the settings. We'll check that if it's still too loud.
Seek medical assistance.
Okay, here we go. So let's see. We need to grab the tape, and then we need to go to F2, F1, F3. I can't remember inventory now. Oh, it's F1. Okay. Use the tape to patch up pursuit. Grab the tape, hit F1, use that to heal up. Grab our knife, hit the door. Or no, we have to do it by hand first. That doesn't work. Now we hit it with the knife, and the door's open, and we exit the pod. All right, we are on... Oh, shit. We're on Helios Hill, so that means we are way in the south west of the map right now. Helios Hill. Oh, okay. So let's get started by picking stuff up. So like I said, I'll kind of do this a little bit tutorial style, and because there's probably going to be a few people that are watching this that are brand new to the game. So what you want to do, you know, when you crash down in your pod, is you want to walk around and pick up supplies, because there's, you know, supplies that have fallen all over the place, and you're going to want these and need them in the early game. And so we're going to walk around and pick that stuff up. We do have to stay away from fire because, you know, fire hurts, in case you guys didn't know that. And then we're going to also have to do some salvaging here in just a minute. So let's see. These will eventually stop burning, and then, you know, they won't toast our buns when we get close to them. We got another MRE here. Let's grab that. We got some tanks here. We'll grab those. We got a flare. And some more tanks over here. Space debris, broken barrel. And I think that's mostly it for the supplies. So that's the first thing you want to do, is just walk around and grab some supplies. We're also going to grab a couple of rocks too. And we're going to actually put those to use very quickly here. as an actual tool. Okay, so basically we're going to follow, kind of the starting mission. It starts you off with a little bit of a tutorial. It's nothing too terribly elaborate, but, it'll get you going. And, of course, you can see in the lower left-hand corner that it's telling you what to do. So if you press V, it basically is how you can change from first person to third person, and V goes back to first person. I kind of mostly play in first person this game, but sometimes third person is fun, especially with combat. Now what it wants us to do is salvage the metal scraps. Oh, look at that. It put the toolbar on the right instead of the center. That's new. Okay, so this little tool right here is our salvage guy, and basically you come up to some debris. It looks like they sped that up a little bit, which is great. And you start salvaging all of these parts here for space debris, which you then can use for crafting some of the early game stuff. So space debris is pretty important to get early on. The quest wants us to get a total of 17, so let's do that. You can also salvage stuff directly off the pod itself. And you get, when you salvage the pod and other types of structures, you can get other things like plastic and wire and various components that you'll need. Okay, so we got all the scrap metal at once. Now it wants us to sample some plant life, find some rocks, and build a scrap hut. So apparently the rocks that we picked up don't count towards that quest, so let's just pick 2 more up to satisfy the quest itself. Okay. Now what it wants us to do is craft a shard blade, so we're going to go into F1. F2. And we're going to make a shard blade out of those 2 stones. And then we need to make, a stone blade. And then we need to make a shard blade. So the way we got to do that is we've got to get some makeshift patch tape. And the way that we get the makeshift patch tape is that we have to get some plant fibers. Okay. So what we're going to do is take our little knife here. And that's actually going to give us branches. So I think we can get plant fibers from this. Yeah, plant fibers. One of the cool things about Osiris, if you're not familiar with the game, is that you can use different tools on plants and stuff like that and get different materials from them. So it adds some variety to the game. It's really pretty cool. Okay, so now we should be able to go into F2 and craft some makeshift patch tape. Oh no, we need fern berries too. Okay, and we have to make the cloth bundle from the fibers first, and then we also need some fern berries to make the actual makeshift patch tape. You're going to want to make the shard blade right away, and you're going to want to make the crab scythe right away too. Those are going to be really important weapons at the beginning of the game. Okay, so this is a red fernberry tree. I think this is 2. If we hit this with our knife, we can harvest berries from it, and you can also get food from a lot of the other plants on the moon as well. It's incidentally, oh shit, this is a moon and not a planet. Okay, so we actually have a severe dust storm. So what we have to do in this case is we have to get behind cover. So if you look in the upper right-hand corner underneath my mini-map, it says in green letters that I'm behind cover, which means we're not taking damage from the storm. If we stayed out in it, of course, we would be taking damage. It's on the normal settings, it's usually not really substantial damage, but I mean, if you stood out for it long enough, it would definitely put the hurt on you. Okay, now it says clear conditions underneath the mini-map, and the storm is over. So what we need to do is we need to find a fernberry tree. A fernberry tree is purple. Those are red fernberry trees, but we need to find a normal fernberry tree, which is going to be purple. I think that's one right there, in order to make this makeshift patch tape, which is very important to us in the very early game. So let's run over there and get some fernberries. Seems like they made the early game hover a little bit better too. Oops. Okay, so what we're gonna... Oh shit! Nah, don't run into that. Okay, we got a suit breach.
System restored.
Okay. So let's go ahead and discover that plant. Okay, so this is a fernberry tree here. We're gonna just actually, you know what we're gonna do before we go any further? Let's go to F2. We're gonna actually make a bashing rock because the bashing stone is gonna be better than the knife for harvesting in the very early game. Okay, so let's go back to F1. Take our bashing stone, put that on our toolbar, and we're gonna actually use this to harvest the berries. This is gonna be more effective than the starting knife is going to be. So you just basically keep hitting the tree until the green circle disappears, and in the upper left-hand corner it says there's nothing else to harvest. Okay, no more green circle. It looks like it says no more viable resources to gather. Now, we should see on the ground a bunch of berries that fell down. Is that broken again? Or wait, does it go into our inventory now? Oh, it goes right into our inventory. Nice. The berries used to fall down and you used to have to pick them up, and now it goes right into our inventory. That's useful. Okay, so let's go here now, and we're going to make some makeshift patch tape. Let's make about 4 of those, and then we can make the shard blade. Now, the shard blade's important because we need it to harvest certain types of things, but we also need it to get hide off of critters, which we need for crafting purposes. So we're going to put the shard blade here. And, you know, it makes a halfway decent weapon, too. But we're going to make a crab scythe. That's going to actually be our main weapon. While we're here, let's put a couple health things down there. And we'll put the patch tape here, too. So we probably won't even use this knife anymore. It's really kind of a piece of crap. Okay, now let's go take our shard blade here. If we hit a center fern with the shard blade, we get center leaves, whereas if we hit it with the stone, like this, we get plant fibers, okay? So that's a first example of how, you know, different items will harvest different things off of plants like that. All right, so now what we want to do is we want to, let's make the shard blade first. We're going to press F2. No, we already did that. Sorry. I actually had a call and got interrupted, so had to leave the recording for a little while, so I'm trying to remember what I did, what the last thing is I did. So let's take a look at this. We still have some more patch tape here. What I would like to actually do with that is we want to find a crab talon so that we can make the crab scythe, because unless they changed something, since the last time I played, the crab scythe is actually a very, very good early game weapon. Okay, so this is what we need here. We need this crab talon, so we're going to gather that, and then we're going to go back into F2, and we're going to go ahead and craft the crab scythe. This thing does 15, give or take 10 damage, but it has 75 critical hits, so that's what makes it actually such a good weapon. Doesn't have very good durability, but you can always just make another one until you can get to the point where you can make the repair bench for that sort of thing. Okay, good. So we got our first melee weapon. We've got our knife. So we're doing pretty good. We've got our bashing stone. So now what the quest wants us to do is build a scrap hut and hunt aliens. So one of the things we're going to do, I think, let me look at my map for a second here. Yeah, so we're all the way here in the southwestern part of the map. And I wonder what those new things are that are showing up. Those are probably POI locations, I'm guessing. I think that's what those would be. So we actually built our base over here in the last series that I did, but we're not going to do that again. Ideally, I'd like to be somewhere kind of in the center of the map. So let's go kind of northeast-ish and take a look around. Now, you have a couple of options for building your base here in Osiris when you start out. You can either build a base from scratch. Wow, look at the new textures on the minerals. That is really neat looking. That's zinc. I love it. It looks really good. Or you can try and find an existing POI, structures that you can use to fix up and make that your base. And, there's pros and cons to both ways. If you build your own base from scratch, you can put it exactly where you want it and set it up exactly the way that you want it. Whereas if you build on an existing structure, you're kind of stuck with, stuck with whatever that structure, how it's already set up. But it's cheaper to do it because, you don't have to build the whole thing from scratch. Okay, so we have vitals dropping. We're going to go into here. We're going to drink some water. So we'll right click and drink, and that gets our hydration all the way back up. And then we've got some MREs, so we're just going to eat those for food for now and continue on. Oh my God, that's new. They breathe fire. Are you kidding me? Really? Oh, that's not good. Okay. So these guys are usually, at least they used to be pretty easy to kill because you just get behind them and hit them in the butt. But I don't know if they've changed their tactics so that they're a little harder to kill now. The problem is, though, is we've got a bunch of them, and so even while we're focusing fire on one of them, the other one's well, that guy's stuck. He's stuck on top of the pillar. That's hilarious. Can he stay stuck? Because then we don't have to at least worry about him. Well, let's pull this other dude away and see if we can take him out without the other ones also aggroing us at the same time. Because this guy's going to give us a lot of resources if we can actually manage to kill him. But unfortunately, it looks like they're both sort of coming towards us. This guy over here we don't have to worry about because he's stuck. All right, well, we could live here. Let's just kind of take a look at the situation. So we've got a biodome here, which we could use for... Or no, wait, is that a biodome? Yeah, I think it's a biodome, yeah. So we can fix that up, and we can use that for our crops. And it looks like there's a habitat on the other side. And this is in a fairly central-ish part of the map, so this wouldn't actually be a bad place to build. Oh, and there's actually another... there's two biodomes, actually, here. So let's do this. Let's run over here. See if we can get... Oh, well, we're going to have trouble getting behind him. So they turn a lot faster than they used to. Okay, let's start whacking them here. Now, I don't know if they fixed first-person combat, but it used to be that third-person combat was a lot easier, at least melee combat. So I'm doing it in third person. Okay, good, we got him. Oh shit, the other one's here. Run away! Ow! Okay. So what we want to do is, if we harvest this guy with our crab scythe, we're going to get meat off of him, which we need. But if we use our, for Pete's sake, man, if we use our shard blade that we created, and then we're going to get hide off of him, which we need both of those things. Shit. Ow, 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 ow. That other guy kind of whacked us through him. Do I have any normal bandages in my inventory? I do. Okay, let's take a small bandage. We'll save the big ones for dire emergencies. We really kind of need to try and kill this other guy. Except for his buddies over there, too. Alright, let's go over this way. Battle of the beetles, man. I'll tell you what. The fire-breathing beetles. No. Yeah, if we can actually pull him away from that other... the one that we killed so we can, harvest him, that would be ideal. So they definitely turn faster than they used to. So they're not quite as easy prey as they were before. And they hit pretty hard, too. So you just kind of come over here. I just need enough time to scooch back over there and harvest that other guy. And, you do have a limited time to do that before they disappear. So let's see if we can get around this guy. Can't really hover hop very well. Okay, so if we hit F, we inspect and we learn Colossus. And the reason that's important is because you get science points for discovering things. Yeah, see, we lost him. Darn it. Okay, well, we got a little bit of hide. So how much did we get? We got 5 pieces. And that satisfied the quest. We could have gotten a lot more than that, but we just, weren't able to get to him in time because this guy was being a pain in the neck. But what we could do is try and kill him as long as the other one stays over there. Let's see if we can take this one out. See, yeah, he turns way faster than they used to. Oh my goodness, he is like just tracking right with me, isn't he? Okay, let's get underneath him. It doesn't appear like he can hurt us if we stay right underneath his belly and hit him in the nuts here, or whatever that would be called on such a creature. Oh, the other guy's coming. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Okay, let's get away. So he did kind of like a little charge looking thing there. But we put the hurt on him pretty good. He's probably not long for this world if we can finish him off. You can see too that my crab scythe is now at about 50% because it does have very low durability. That's the one kind of downside to it. Okay, is this one of the new buggies, or is this, what is this? No, that's an actual rover. Okay, that's something we can fix up later, but we actually want to find one of the new buggies because they're relatively easy to fix up, and it'll give us a vehicle that we can use in the early game. So, I don't know which one of these guys I was actually whacking on. So let's see if we can come over to this guy and get underneath him again. So it looks like the way to cheese these guys now is to get underneath him instead of behind him, because they turn really fast otherwise. Okay, that other guy's getting closer. Okay, we got to get out of here. Okay, let's get underneath this one now. One of these guys should be going down fairly soon because we got a lot of hits off on him. Yeah, they definitely hurt. Okay, we're gonna take a larger medical kit just because we got hurt. Okay, now we can actually see the health bar thing on him. We weren't able to see that before probably just because of where it's positioned. The other problem we're running into, too, is that, okay, he's dead. Good. Why did it say unknown? We just discovered the other one. What the hell? Herculean Colossus. Oh, is that like, okay, that must be like a different, one of the other, variations. Because the other one, I think, was just a Colossus. Maybe that explains why it took so long to kill him, too. Get the ragdoll. That's hilarious. Okay, the problem we're having with our crab scythe is its durability is low, which also then makes its effectiveness a lot lower too. I don't know if we have enough on here to kill this guy. Let's just see what we can do here. Yeah, it just doesn't do as much damage when it's not at full durability. So we'll just use the crab scythe till it breaks, and then we'll actually let's just switch to the shard blade right now. He's got to be getting close, I would think. Do we see his... Oh man, he's not. Holy crap. Okay. Yeah, it's taken us too long to kill him, so we're gonna need to get a new crab scythe to take him out. The problem is if we leave the area, he'll kind of reset. His health will. Oh, watch out for that horn. Yeah, this is kind of a pain in the butt. Let's look around and see if we can find a crab talon without leaving the area. Because the sharp blade, I mean, it's not really that good of a weapon. It's better for harvesting. So we're just going to look around and see if we can find a talon. I think we found that first one over here, didn't we? Yeah, there's a talon. Okay, good. Let's pick that up. And we're going to go into F2, and we need 2 more makeshift patch tape. Okay, so we have to find a purple plant. I think we've pulled him far enough away to where we can come back and try and harvest this guy as much as possible. Okay, so that's the abdomen, the thorax. This is a leg. Looks like we harvested that too. No, that's the berry tree. Can we get to the head? Yeah, let's get to the head. Sometimes it can be hard. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, we're done with him. So we got a total of 10 hide now. You used to be able to get like over a half stack from these guys before. I don't know if that's still the case. I just haven't had a chance to really harvest them. Okay, I'm going to grab some of this center fern. I was actually going to show this to you earlier when I got interrupted, but one of the things you can do with the center fern as well as a lot of the other plants is you can actually eat it if you harvest it with the sharp blade. So this is actually edible. So if we right-click on it, we can eat it. It doesn't give you a lot of food, but it's really cheap and easy food to get. Let's also drink some more water to get our hydration back. And you can also eat these too. And you can eat these, but these will actually make you take a little bit of your health away. All right, so we're not really in a position to take that guy on until we get some more patch tape. So in order to do that, of course, we have to find another purple fernberry tree, and there's one over here. So we're going to grab our stone after we get some stamina back. Okay, that's done. Now let's go to F2. Make some more of these makeshift cloth bundles and then some patch tape. We just need 2 patch tapes to make the crab scythe. Now we should be able to eliminate that dude with our new crab scythe, and then we can take that base over for our base. This is pretty much worthless to us, so we're just going to right-click on it and drop it. Okay. We can later on repair stuff, but we're not at that point yet. Okay, so let's... Oh, shit, there's 3 more now. They respawn. You see, that's the problem. When you leave the area, the monsters that are in that area respawn. You know, that might turn out to be more hassle than it's worth then if they're going to be harassing us while we're trying to move into this place. So, yeah, I don't know. We might need to move on to somewhere else. It wouldn't... Fire. It wouldn't be a big deal if we, you know, if we were a little further along than we are, but we just don't really quite have the resources to continually fight those guys over and over. One thing I am going to do, though, is I'm going to quickly look in here. We're going to grab... We have to be careful about not grabbing too much stuff because we want the hinge. I guess I'll take 1 water. I'm just going to grab some of the more valuable items out of here. We'll get all the scrap. I think I'm going to leave the rest of that. Because of the fact that we don't want to get encumbered. So, let's... So he might be able to hit us with his horn, so we got to be careful. We'll grab the scrap out of there. We already looked in here, right? Yeah. Let's try this one here. Okay, we're going to get the circuit board, the bandages. See, yeah, there's some really good resources in here, so it's always worth checking these. He's going to hit us. Yeah, he got us. Yeah, okay, this is too hot. We're going to have to go somewhere else. So let's just continue working our way kind of north-ish and see if we can find a spot that's going to be a little bit easier for us to procure here. So this spot over here, these arches in front of us, that's not a bad place because it's near Beta Mine, or Mine 2, I guess it's called now. And it's in a fairly central location in the map as well. We don't want to go down there right now. We got a little more water. We'll take that. And there's also a hydrogen vent close by, which is useful because hydrogen is the gas that you use the most in this game. Look at that, man. Those are some neat changes. What is this? Tungsten. Oh, man. Really cool. There's some pretty nice eye candy in this update. Okay, so yeah, kind of along in this valley is not a bad spot. There's iron nearby too, of which we need a ton of. So let's just kind of run up by Mine 2 and see if there's any places we could potentially build. Did you guys just pop out of the ground? You did, you dirty rats. Oh, look at that. There's different variations of these guys. Oh, there's bigger ones too. Okay. Yeah, these little buggers are actually kind of dangerous. There's bigger ones, there's littler ones. Okay, we killed him. We need to get crits off on these guys. It's a good thing we found those extra bandages. My goodness. Okay, let's go here. Heal up with a small bandage. Now, if we go to this guy and press F, it's a fire snubs, and we got some science points for that. We already know this one's a fire snubs, and this one is a larva snubs. I still hear noises. Is it the bee over there? Weird, man. Okay, let's grab this and get some more. Oh, he's still alive. They're both still alive. Okay, that was weird. Were they? No, they weren't alive. They're just making noises. Okay, so there's more of them. Look at that little one. What's this? This one's kind of green colored. No, that's just a larva snub. Okay, get some more hide off of him. Okay, let's move this direction. Those little bastards like to come out of the ground, don't they? I'm going to pick this up because we're going to need to make another crab scythe here fairly soon. Okay, he wants to mix it up with us. Let's try first-person combat and see if it's improved at all.
Locate food supply soon.
That wasn't too bad. Okay, we're going to use our... Man, I keep hearing noises. We're going to use this to harvest, and that should give us... Yeah, that gives us alien tissue, which we can use for food at some point. Because I think we have a pretty decent amount of leather now. We've got... Yeah, we have 18. That'll kind of get us going. But anyways, this is mine too. I wonder if they've made any changes to this in this last update. Let's just pop our head in here really quick and take a quick look. If they haven't made any changes, then you can... let's turn our light on. It looks like it's probably the same. So you can actually go back in here, not too terribly far, and get a diamond, which we're going to need for crafting. Well, not right away, but in a while. So since we're here, we might as well go back and get it. So basically what you do is you run all the way back here. We got different types of scaliopods now. Oh, the cobalt looks neat. Then you hang a left, you run through this room, and then hang another left. And then right in here, there should be a diamond. There's 2 diamonds, okay. Wow, these guys seem to be more aggressive than they were before. So let's get the hell back out of here. Whoa. I'm liking this, man. I'm liking the variation in the creatures and the fact that they don't all behave exactly the same. That's a really good change. The game definitely seems to be a little more challenging at the beginning than it was before. And I'm all for that. So yeah, we got 2 diamonds out of that. That's a pretty good deal. So let's run back out of here. This is a really large mine. It's super easy to get lost in there, but there's some pretty good resources, including an actual cavern room that's loaded with diamonds, but it's way back deep inside. Let's come over here. There's usually a crate here that we can loot. Good, we got a first aid, some more waters. We'll grab those. I'm not going to grab the cloth right now. Okay, so in my first series that I did, I actually built my base right... Oh, good. Here's a buggy. Awesome. Okay, this is what we definitely want to find this. And we're at Hades Hive too, which means there's going to be some crabs around here. All right, so this guy, what we can do is we can repair this and then actually use it. So we want to do that. Let's see. Can we... What's it do if we... Okay, so... Hide blueprints. So we're gonna need like some rubber and stuff. This is gonna require fuel cell. Oh, actually that's repairing. Okay, so let's do that. Because that required a broken barrel. So we had that. Hide blueprints. Yeah, that just wants us... Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay. And then, yeah, so we're going to need that. I don't know why it's not telling me I need rubber to this, but we are going to need rubber, I think, to get those wheels repaired. So, all right, we'll come back and get this repaired as soon as we can. Hades Hive is kind of dangerous because there's going to be crabs, as you can see over there, and I don't know... Wow, look how fast they're moving. Holy crap. That's scary, man. That's like way faster than they used to move. Not so sure I want to go over there right now. So we'll come back and, do something with this buggy later on. What we need to do is we need to find a place to live, a place to start our base. And ideally, I'd like to do that on a pre-existing as opposed to building something, from scratch. But I mean, if we have to build something from scratch, we can. Oh, good. We have something over here. Let's take a look and see what we got. We're going to need to, let's just eat this and drink that water. All right. So this is not a bad spot at all, actually. This is a very good spot. So we've got a biodome there connected to a habitat. And then another setup over here. Yeah, this is a good spot. This is a really good spot. Okay, so I think this is where we're going to base up. So we're in not quite in the middle of the map. We're still a little, oh shit, we got, ouch, incoming. Come here, you bastard. Okay. I think that's it. So we're a little bit, to the northwest, but that's okay. We're still, relatively close to the center of the map. We're right next to mine too, which is good spot. It's fairly flat out here, so we have room to, to build stuff later on that we want to do. So yeah, this is where we're going to base up. Also, guys, we are out of time for this episode. So what I'm going to do off camera is I'm basically going to, I think we're going to make this structure here the main house. I mean, they're both kind of the same, so it really doesn't matter a whole lot. Maybe we'll make this one the main house. Oh, shit. You're the fire guy, right? Does that mean you actually do fire stuff? I don't know. Anyway, I'll decide which one of these is going to be the actual base. And then I'm just going to start salvaging and looting stuff and getting it to the point where we can start, putting it together as an actual base. And, once we kind of get to that point, then I will bring you guys back and we'll start the next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you found value in this video, if you were entertained by it, if you learned from it, please consider hitting that like button and that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it does definitely help the channel. Also, if you're new to my content, I do have a membership program, and if you're interested, hit the join button below the video. There's 3 different tiers of membership that offer various perks, and if you think that's something you'd like to do, I'd be glad to have you as a member. All right, guys, that's it. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.